Hey, this is Kamori, and today we're going to be making Liliana's headdress. So I started by making a tissue paper pattern in the shape her headdress is going to be, and then just holding it up onto the top of my head and tweaking it a little bit until it was a shape that I was satisfied with. Next, I traced the designs onto some craft foam and cut it out using a craft knife. Since Liliana's headdress is a little bit larger than the sheets of craft foam I had to break it into sections. So on one side, I have a piece that goes along the top, and then the two swirls on the side are separate. On the other side, the swirls are one solid piece that goes all the way up to the top, and then there's a seam there, and then the swirl comes back down. Now you want to have the seams be in different places on each side, and that's so that there isn't a break in the design. One thing I did also do is that Liliana's headdress has kind of a crease on either side of the points near the eye and cheek area. So to accomplish this, I removed a little bit of the foam on the back of the piece, filled it in with some super glue, and then let it dry with the swirls slightly upward. Once it was dry, it had a little bit of an indentation in the design. So that the headdress could be worn, I then glued on a strip of elastic to go underneath my hair and just covered the end with a little bit more craft foam. Then, for a bit of decoration, I glued on another diamond out of the craft foam with a diamond cut out of the center so we can add a jewel later on. And this also serves to cover up the seam in the front of the headdress. Next, I used a rotary tool to smooth out the edges along the inside and the outside of the headpiece. To seal the foam, I coated it in a layer of Mod Podge. Now we're going to coat the headdress in some black acrylic paint, and this is going to act almost like a primer and be a base for the gold paint. Coat the headdress in some gold paint. To add a bit more dimension to the paint job, particularly around the edges of where the crease is and around the diamond shape, I added a little bit of shading with some brown paint and some highlights with a brighter gold paint. Then I coated it in a layer of gloss Mod Podge to seal it. The last step is to glue in a jewel. I'm using a scrapbooking jewel because it was diamond shaped and purple, and I really thought it went well with the rest of the costume. I also made a matching barrette out of more of the foam and the jewels. Now, there's no real close-up of Liliana's barrette in any of the card artwork, so I just made the design up myself, but you can use whatever design you think looks nice. And with that, Liliana's headdress is done. For more cosplay tutorials, please subscribe, and thank you very much for watching!